So we're bringing you, if you've not noticed, there's a theme today. There's a bit of a sewing thing going on. So we were here this morning for the first show with Natasha, with her loveliness, because there really is some loveliness. Then we've just had our fabulous Stephanie doing a bit of a sewing thing. Who won the bag? That bag was incredible. She made a bag.
Did she?
Yep, amazing. And now we're back with the sewing, but this is a little bit different. This is just delicious fabric. I've even had the lovely Lauren that is on camera with her, Becky that's on camera. Lauren is having the baby,
yes.
Becky isn't.
Yes.
Okay? Just saying. So, how lovely this is. And I said, oh, feed the babies. And then Becky went, oh, shall we start doing some making for Lauren for the new baby? Yes, let's. We should. So, welcome everybody. We have new people joining us all the time. If you were not aware, Natasha is here with us in the building today, and she's got us some cracking deals. Now, the very first one, what I need to tell you is how to shop. Now, I know you can watch us on the YouTube, but to do the shopping element of it and put items in your basket, you need to be watching us on your social media platforms, i.e. Facebook, Instagram, and our website, or it could be on watching streaming on yours. If you're on our Natasha Makes Facebook page, then you can shop directly from there. But you do need to have, my understanding, is an account with Highlight Crafts. You do.
That's the key.
That is the key.
Yes.
So you can pop it in your baskets. We'll give you a code, as in, I'm going to start here with Christmas. So shop Christmas. And I'm going to be absolutely, totally honest with you. There's two.
I know.
There's two.
It's all I have. I can't make any more of this particular bundle.
You said this morning, when it's gone, it's a gone.
But that's why it's the price it is.
Yes. So I am literally, so are you ready? Because you need to be pressing these buttons really quickly.
Fastest finger first.
It really is. There's two.
Yeah.
So all of this, all of that is coming your way. You've got, buttons.
Stuff on the floor.
We've got lots and lots of bling. You've got your lovely beads. There is just lots here for you to play with. These are, you picked up the same ones.
I know, they're just absolutely stunning, aren't they?
Oh, and they're proper metal. These are heavy. They're not flimsy at all.
No,
these are gorgeous. So all of these, so you get this.
You've got 5 here of your snowflakes. You see, I love the paisley. You've also got 5 of these. These are rather lovely toppers, or you can use them, you can thread them up for bracelets, put some elastic through for bracelets.
And then you've got with and without the glitter.
Same with that. You've just got all sorts. Oh, including, and I love your idea. You know what I'm going to be doing when I get home.
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, so it's just I had some sparkly ones left.
Look at that.
Right? You said you'd put that on top of
a jar. Or a bottle.
What glue would you use?
So usually, as a general ruling, it's Pinflair.
You'd go with Pinflair.
I'd go with Pinflair, the glue gel. Absolutely. It is brilliant.
Fabulous.
But if you have got one that has got the thread with it, I put a little washer on the other side and just add a little washer, and then put a piece of felt inside so you can't see it.
This is I think these are M4s. I think.
So if you have, but yes, just doing, because you're not going to actually use that for undoing your jar or your bottle.
No,
you will still get you will still get hold of the lid. But yes, that is just.
So we were saying on the earlier show that for all of my IKEA boxes that go in my calyx, I cover them in the fabrics that I like. Power text them on or whatever, sew them on, whatever you want to do, heat and bond them in place, and then I have one of those so that I suddenly have proper drawers.
You could put a little dome on there and have it as a pendant.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Jewellery, anything. So don't think of them just as draw pulls, okay? That is just a thing of beauty all on its own.
It was a wild card that I threw in as a. Do you know what?
That is really a bit that is a bit special to have put that in. So these are metal elements, metal embellishments. You've even got
rhinestones. You've got multicoloured ones. You've got black aurora borealis. You've got buttons. There's 10 buttons with pearls on there and diamantes.
Gorgeous.
These were the centre that I used for my flower there. You've just got all sorts of weird ones.
Biggest bag of buttons ever. whatever that you could have. So maybe you're doing a clutch bag and you're wanting something to cover the clasp and the findings on it. Pop these on. Just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So literally, there are 2.
Oh, the swan, don't forget. Everyone's got one swan. I only
get a little
I only
swan.
had one swan to put in each. That was all I had left to put in each.
But like, as you can hear, these are not plastic elements. They are metal pieces. No. They're gorgeous.
We had some of these last week, and we were saying that you could colour them with your alcohol markers.
Absolutely, you can. Well, you could do that with pretty much all of these.
Yeah.
So these are just stunning. So if you are looking for a mega bling, this is the mega bling to go for.
Left.
But there's literally 2. I'm not sure.
Oh, wait, there's still some in the bottom here.
Oh, we've still got more.
Oh, yeah, because you've all got one of those as well.
That's beauty. That is jewellery.
I mean,
or a pendant or a brooch.
Or like a super special card.
Yes.
Imagine that with, what was it called? It was like sort of an antique type card stuff. Something 45.
Graphic 45?
Graphic 45. It'd be that sort of...
That bit, like a vintage
type.
Well, you could even put that on a ribbon and actually give it as the card topper. Then it's a gift and they take it off and actually still then use it. Just absolutely stunning. So that is Shop Christmas 19.99. Now, when we say we give you a saving, Natasha's giving an incredible saving on this. You're saving £30 with this bundle, okay? So, and it's cram jam full. So, and also in the other hour, if you are somebody that does your fabrics,
yes,
but you also just go off the path a little bit, like you said, and just dip your toe in other things, like a bit of paper crafting or whatever it may be.
Because a lot of us do.
We do. That will be something that you're going to use again and again.
It's like a hybrid bundle.
It is. A bit of all sorts.
Yeah.
So, like I say, there's just 2 of those. So get in while we've got, because there is no more.
No, I can't do any more.
That's it. In fact, that's probably one of them.
Yes.
The one of the 2 that's left. So that is it. So again, you could say as seen on TV.
Oh, yes.
So now we're going to go to the other, this is just incredible. So this is a mystery long quarter designer bundle set. Now for the bundle, the lovely Natasha has just brought in a couple of different ones out the top of a box.
I bought 3 and I might have started using
We've
one.
Borrowed a bit.
We had to discuss whether or not it was borrowing, if it's your own.
I still think it's borrowing, but borrowing means that you're going to give it back. So are you going to put the actual finished scrunchie in that pack?
No, I'll put a whole new fat quarter in, long quarter in there instead.
But you could get a surprise. You could put the scrunchie in with it.
Joking, I love this one. This goes with my top.
Right, okay. We're not sharing.
No.
Honestly.
Nice try, but no.
Tried. So this is a mystery bundle. Again, contents will vary, but these are long quarters.
So you get 6 long quarters. That's 1.5 meters of fabric.
Wow.
Which should cost over $22.99 for the type of designer fabric that we have. Just to explain, I do not stock cheap inferior fabrics at all. I just won't do it. There's no point. It's not fun to sew with. It's not nice to sew with. If you're going to put your money anywhere, you put it, for me, in quality, and that's what I bring you.
Absolutely.
That's it. So they are, all of these are designer, beautiful. You've got everything from Robert Kaufman, Tula Pink, Kay Fassett, all the big names. Lewis,
we'll look through one of these in a bit, but I want to get to this because this is the super gorgeous. Not that this isn't, but this is like the favourite. So this is Shop Bundle $14.99 along with the mystery fabric. You are also going to get 5 meters of elastic. Can see that little cogs are turning now, aren't they? And you also get the hair scrunchie pattern. 3 different ways of making a hair scrunchie. Becky, because Becky's got a little girl.
Yes.
Hi, B. No, she's not watching, is she?
She'll be at school.
No, yeah, they're not finished yet, are they? No. So anyway, rewind it back and tell us that Auntie Amanda said hello. Yeah. So that is fabulous. So you're going to get all of that together, $14.99, which is wonderful. So that is one bundle. We will show you this a bit later on because we did show it you in the first hour. Again, a mystery bundle, but this one is spring and it's soft crafts.
All of those are exactly the same.
So
no
everyone,
mystery, whatever. That is.
So that is the bundle. So that is Shop Spring $14.99. But we will come to that and show it you. This, I want to show you all of this.
Let's unfold some of
we
these,
need,
because sometimes if you're just starting out your sewing journey,
yes,
these are from a designer called Robert Kaufman, who is high end. His fabrics come in more expensive than Liberty, people like that. So
I can understand that as well.
And this is brush cotton. Now, if you've not worked with brush cotton before, it feels like my Spaniel's velvety chops. It feels so soft.
It is beautifully
and comforting and beautiful. Now, you don't have to do anything that you wouldn't with cotton. This is 100% cotton. Normally, when you feel a fluffy, soft fabric like that, there's some sort of polyester or plasticky element to it. No. This is 100% cotton, and it's Oteotex. Well, I can't say the word, but Oteotex, which means there's no nasty chemicals or anything in the dyeing process, which is why it's so suitable for your beautiful scalloped bibs. Each one of these, by the way, is coming with a full set of instructions and template. So it's not just the fabric that you're buying, you're also getting a pattern in there effectively.
Now, if you do buy the pattern on its own and you want to buy the pattern, it is available. It's shop bib $6.99, but when I then tell you how much you're getting here, it's well worth having this, because this is where you're getting the saving, because it's $26.99.
Yeah.
Now,
so for the 6-piece bundle, you are saving £10. So you're getting the pattern for free, and part of your fabric for free.
Now, this is a fat quarter.
Yes.
Okay, but I just want to lay it all out so you can see the quantity of material that you're getting. And when we say, I wish you could just lean through and feel this, because this fabric is just
wash and tumble dry. Wash and tumble dry. It'd be good as gold.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this. Isn't it, Becky? Do a bit of touch TV for us, because you're the one that's doing the. How soft is that?
So
it is lovely, isn't it?
I made some of these for our Jane that works with me, for her granddaughter. And the first thing she did was put it against her face, because it felt so soft.
It's
which is half the job done, because that's what you want, isn't it? Is that on their faces?
It is. Now, because you've suggested about washing and tumble drying and washing and tumble drying.
Wash and wear, wash and wear.
And it's sturdy stuff.
There's absolutely no point in me bringing something to wear that you cannot wash and wear when it's something that is for a child.
Yes.
Let's be really honest about that. So top quality brushed cotton is the way forward. It's soft, it's durable, it's wearable, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to last and last and last.
And with little ones and bibs, we all know that they get...
You can't have too many.
No, and they all get very wet and slobbery and all the rest of it. But I've just had an idea, because this is just... I've just had one of those light bulb moments.
Go on.
I would make reusable makeup cotton remover pads.
Oh yeah, all of mine are made out of brushed cotton.
Like that.
Or
just
bamboo toweling. Yeah.
Just discs. Cut them out, because this is going to be beautiful against your skin when you're taking your makeup off. And if you can then chuck them in the washer, get them all back to look.
Well, the other thing that
this
I do with
gorgeous.
these is squares, and then so with my babies, they all had, it was all reusable, everything.
Yep.
And so I had a Tupperware box, and you can get little essential oils that keep everything fresh. So they would have the wipes would be in there. We had ones for faces and hands and ones for bottoms, and they were different colours. And so they just went through the wash, and it saved me so much money.
And nothing went into landfill. How good's that?
Exactly that. The other thing that you can make with these are little hand warmers. Really, really super. We've got all those sorts of things on our website, Natasha Makes, in terms of patterns, but they're very easy to make. Hot water bottle covers, they make beautiful hot water bottle covers as well. So all those kinds of things. And of course, you can toy make with this as well.
Little teddies.
Yeah.
So I just want to, let's just hold it up, because there is, I'm going to disappear in a minute, because look at all that. That is a substantial amount of fabric, brilliant amount of fabric for $26.99. So this one is your 6 pieces of fat quarters.
Yeah.
And this is shop brushed together with, so that's not all. You're going to get your instructions. Now, I had a little flick through for all of this. I'm not just going to... You get pictures and words.
Yep.
And template.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pictures, words, template.
Yep.
If that's, but then you
Now,
also
hang on,
suggested.
let me just show you. So this is Little Miss Iris in said
Ah, look.
bib. She's nearly 2.
How? Oh, wow. Okay. So they're gonna grow into this, aren't they?
From newborn.
Yes.
Honestly, these, because this is my bib pattern. So my little ones have had these.
Yes.
And with Emily, she went from newborn. I mean, she was £9.10 when she was born, up to when she was 3. When she stopped using bibs at 3.
That is phenomenal. I just love it. I love the fact that it's the pattern, the
So
reusable, and
yeah.
you did this earlier.
Yeah.
Literally drew around the,
Yeah.
the template, sewed it right sides facing, did a turn in, turned it round, top stitched, and then you've just put a little popper on there.
But if you're
adorable.
going to make these last and last and last, and now we're at the situation where my Emily is 6, and so now these go on her teddies.
Oh,
So they're still around and about.
Still around.
They're still around. And
how about making and selling if they make
Please
them?
Please do.
Brilliant. Thank you, Natasha.
Yeah.
That is lovely. So for that one, brushed, that is your 6 fat quarters. Okay, so you get in 6 mixed colours in with that one, $26.99.
Not cheap fabric, but it's good.
Yeah, because you are saving £10 already.
Yeah,
and then if you take the $6.99 away from the pattern, you're getting £20 and you're getting 6 pieces. 6 is into 20, please, Lewis.
Just over
£3 a fat quarter.
Yeah, so this should retail at nearly £10 a half metre. So
That's a bargain, and it's beautiful quality. So, right, okay, now this one is all about rainbows. And I know you're all now singing it because I can hear you. In the mnemonic for rainbow colours, who gave battle in vain? Richard of blank. Okay. So who was it that gave that word? One word in the comments below, just so to get you going. So that's the first one of the quiz. Now, again, I just need to show you the quality. So I'm going to take this with me because this is with all of them. Mm-hmm. So that's moving on from that. That is your fat quarters. Whoosh.
So you're getting the same amount of fabric in each. It's just whether or not you want the variety of designs.
Yes. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
It's so lovely.
Now, this is a fair old hefty piece of fabric.
44 inches from salvage to salvage.
Look at that. So that's 1, okay? And you're getting 3 of these.
Right, let's just have a little look-see here. So, bear in mind this is how.
Where's my one that I've borrowed?
Gonna fit these on. If you're careful about how these go on, which I never have been, but if you are careful about how these go on, that's your halfway line, you see.
You've got 4 bibs. 4 full. Okay, so you've got 8 bibs if you only have one side. If you use a different one.
So 4 bibs per half metre, you've got 3 half metres, that's 12 bibs.
12 bibs.
So hang on, and this bundle is what, $26.99?
It is. So this is Shop Rainbow.
Switch over £2 a bib.
Yeah. So take your $6.99 off for your pattern.
Okay. So you're down to £20.
So 20.
So that's less than £2 a bib.
How about that?
When you put it,
you
like
can't
that,
actually buy a bib for £2. Not this kind of quality.
Not ones I'd want to put on my child.
No. You can't, because the ones that you can get that are that kind of, I've got that horrible plastic on the back. It's thin, cheap terry toweling. It's got a printed, stamped design on that is already peeling off, and it's got the really not finished off ribbon that ties around the neck that they don't like on.
It's that thing of buy cheap, buy twice.
Yes.
And this will be the ones that they want to wear.
Yes.
And that's the difference. These are all brush cotton.
And if you're gifting these, if you gift these in this, they're going to think, oh, these weren't cheap. They've spent money on this.
When
because
I
the
had
quality,
my
you can
daughter,
feel the quality.
I had people make the most gorgeous bibs for me, and it was just, and I didn't. You forget in between how many bibs you use and how many you get through, and it's that difference between a comfortable, happy baby and an unhappy baby.
Yes.
In terms of whether their cheeks are red and sore because they're damp and chapped, whereas this will absorb that and be soft.
But look, so now these are what we call the long quarters, okay?
No, these are half meters.
These are half metre long quarters are in the
They're
bundle.
over here, yeah.
Doing lots of learning
And
today.
I've tried to do you a bundle that it doesn't matter what flavour the baby is. It's all good.
It's all good. These are just going to be stunningly pretty.
But they're bright colours that children enjoy.
So this is your rainbow. Shop rainbow with this one. Oh, and again, very touchy-feely, but to get less than, did we say just over, is it about £2 a bib for all of this?
Under £2 a bib.
And how many we get in? 8?
We decided that we'd get 12 out of this bundle.
12 bibs for one bundle, okay? I'm not going to fold it all up because I like it laid out like that. Now we're going to move on again. So this is the other half metre. These are delicious. I can't even tell. This is that fluffy that it isn't fleece, but it feels as luxurious as those really teddy fleeces.
It's been sort of rubbed to create the
It is
softness.
I'm just loving. This is just stunning. So then this is your other one. So this one is Shop Bunny, but look how much you're getting. So you're going to get 12 bibs out of all of this, and you're getting the pattern.
Wait for this. I love this.
Becky's going to go,
this is the only one that isn't Robert Kaufman. It's from Art Gallery Fabrics, but again, it is a brushed cotton.
Look at that.
Brushed cotton, the American name for it is flannel.
Flannel. Oh, so when they wear the flannel shirts.
Flannels. Yeah.
Oh, and they're lovely and warm, aren't they?
Right. Yeah,
so if you're wanting to make, if you've got somebody that's having a new baby on the way, these would be lovely to make all of those things for your nursery, i.e. your nappy bag holders and things like that. Anything like that, it's going to be beautiful.
You could do a very simple, easy quilt.
Yes.
Because it's a quilting weight cotton too.
Stunning.
But it's just brushed, so it's soft.
It is so, I can't even describe how soft it is. It is incredible. So again, for this one, it's Shop Bunny. That has got this beautiful pattern in here. And again, this is anybody's. This is no particular flavour of baby. No. This is for just because it's stunning.
Funny, isn't it? You go back to Victorian times and pink was for boys.
Yes, it was. Pink was the boy colour.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter. Again, I'm going to leave that laid out because look at the quantity that you're actually getting. And again, take into account the £6.99 for the pattern, £20, and we've worked it out that it's £2 a bib.
Less than £2 a bib.
Wow.
And this is a pattern that I love to put a pattern in because that's the bit that never wears out. And you can use this with more brushed cotton.
No, because you've done yours in a fancy plastic. Your template, you've cut it out. You've just traced it.
I've traced it onto template plastic, so I've always got it. And because I use it a lot, because as soon as I like to give useful gifts, so when anybody has a baby, they're going to get bibs from me.
Absolutely.
Because,
and everybody else.
Yeah, because you don't know.
No.
You don't know what else they've got. But bibs, you can never have enough of.
No, absolutely.
And
I totally agree.
With your leftover bits, do the wipes that are reusable, your makeup wipes. This feels beautiful for eye makeup removal, by the way. That's what I use mine for.
That's what, as soon as I thought, hold on a minute, this has got more than, this has got multi-use for this. And then, as an add-on, because there was a little bit more of this one, you've got Shop Teal, and again this is a half a metre, and this is £7.99.
You can boost that up again. You know that's a discount because that should have been nearly £10 for a half metre,
which is fabulous.
Yeah, because
just gorgeous.
It's top quality.
And again, now it will go if you want to add that in. It will sit within all of it. Okay, so this one, if you want to add it in,
it's in this one
because it is in
the
there.
fat quarter one, yeah.
It is in there. So that one on its own, Shop Teal, £7.99, and these. I just wanted you all to see the quantity, because it's all right having them all folded up, but you need to see just how much material you're getting, because that is a cracking deal.
The other thing that you could make with these, if bibs aren't your thing, maybe you've got one that's a little bit older, but you love the colours. The other thing is a rag quilt.
Oh.
So you would put 2 squares, wrong sides together, sew across through it, and I'll show you. I'll show you in a bit. We'll
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 come to
show
that.
you. Yeah.
Lovely. So I'm going to do another question, but we also need to go to this loveliness because this is it. Now,
I don't know
I
how many
adore
we've got
this.
of this left. Actually, I don't know where we're
not
at with
much
this.
scrap left. What have we got? Do we think? I think this is flying, and again because of the quality you're getting.
So, to explain, you get 500 grams of scrap fabric. Now, they are our scraps. So, if you have a look at the sort of things that we sell at Natasha Makes, you will see the sort of fabrics that we're getting scraps of. There are some plains in here, there's K facet in here, there's all sorts of goodies in there. There's even some tapestry fabric, which I think would make a lovely pin cushion if you just do a long stitch in a circle and then draw it up. Yes. You've got some Christmassy fabrics in this particular one. Every single one is different, by the way. You'll get some really big usable pieces and then smaller pieces for scrap. If you do English paper piecing, this is absolutely perfect. If you just, do you know what, my kids play for hours with these? They have toys, but
Dolls'
they gravitate
clothes.
to this. Yes.
Dolls' clothes. If you've got some little ones that like to start in sewing, maybe it's their first, they want to make some jumpers or dresses for their dolls.
Yep.
This would be fabulous for that. So this is shop scrap, $11.99. But again, Natasha is including a pattern, okay? So if you think that this is $6.99 for a pattern that is generally what your patterns would be.
All of our patterns are that unless they're quilts, in which case they're $8.99.
Okay, so you're getting that along with this. So again, you're getting education and tuition. So maybe this is your dip your toe into what your fabrics are and you have a little play.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's finding out what sort of fabrics you like, what styles you like, and perfect for smaller makes, things like that. But also, if you are after a set amount of fabric in terms of the size and you want a definite size, then the long quarter bundle is where to go for that. It is. And both work beautifully with your scrap log cabin quilt.
So your scraps could be your little squares. You could do a bit all different oddities.
All sorts, yeah.
And then add in your long quarters for your borders and your in-between pieces. Perfect. So if you really want to just have a play, this is the way to go. So the bundle is this one. So you get a set of long quarter scrap. It's a shop bundle, $14.99. But in addition to that, you do get 5 meters of fabulous elastic, and your pattern isn't just a hair scrunchie one way. Natasha's giving you 3 different ones in here, which is again brilliant. I love this. Love it. And then we will show you momentarily. Let's do a demo, but we'll come back to that.
Sell.
Oh,
you see, I'm just
brilliant.
looking at this scrap bag going, actually, do you know what, I could make a hair scrunchie out of that. There's all sorts in there.
But then make your scraps, do all your, what is it called, your scrappy quilting, and then cut them back into strips to make your long quarters. And then you've got really fancy hair scrunchies. So I'm going to give you question number 2. We are going to empty this bag and have a little look in there as well, because that's super special. In the legends, a pot of blank can be found at the end of a rainbow. Okay, a pot of blank can be found at the end of a rainbow, because it is all about the rainbows on this show. I'm excited about these scrunchies, and I know Becky stood there going, can you show me the scrunchie?
Right. So 3 different ways, and you can mix it up however you wish. So 2 different sizes in there as well. So for little people without too much hair, you know, when you first manage to put when they first have enough hair to put a little something in.
A little bubble.
So this is the size that I would use for my daughter, but my partner's daughter has way more hair, so this is the adult size, child size. So 2 different sizes, 3 ways, 2 different sizes. Let's go with the easiest. You might have, I put elastic in, but you might be one of these mums that's bought from the supermarket one of these and then rapidly regretted it because their hair gets tangled in it, and the arguments. So you can either take some of your elastic and knot it into a one of those. I've got put down here, or you can create your own. Then I know that So if you want to, and then you can create it sort of any size. If you want to go super tiny, if you're dealing with someone that's really little, and it's no more technical than just tying a knot and just getting. She says not being able to tie a knot because I've cut off a really, really tiny bit, and that's a really bad idea.
This is super. I remember begging and begging my mum for elastic like this from the haberdasheries, because we used to, you know, when you used to put it and do England Island and jump across it.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's when we didn't have video games and
Yes.
things. We had to find other ways of entertaining ourselves.
You can, but that's what we did, wasn't it?
We did.
Yeah. So you can either tie it in a knot like that and then trim that back, or if you've got a zigzag stitch on your machine, then you can just zigzag, or you can get a little piece of fabric and encase it in there and then zigzag across the fabric.
Lovely.
That's another way. So you've got lots of ways that you can seal these. That's obviously your easiest, quickest.
Tie a little knot in it.
Yeah,
Lovely.
done. Okay, or if you've got hairbands like this in your house, these cause so many arguments because they just get stuck in Emily's hair. So let's cover them with fabric and make them safe to use. So you've got all your measurements in your pattern. Now, you can either use, this is Quilter's wash away tape. It's one of my must-haves because I absolutely love it. And what I would say about it is, if you don't have it in your life, do. I never use pins for putting in zips or anything like that. I always use Quilter's wash away tape. It's so much easier. Now, on this particular version that we're going to do, we're going to fold over the edges. Now, you can just fold it over and you can just press it if you wish. But if you're making a lot,
yes,
and you want to make them quickly,
make it easy,
then a bit of this is going to go an awfully long way.
Do you bring this, or is this available somewhere for us to get it?
We have had this on the show before, but it's at Natasha Makes, and we sell it by the, is it 10 yard or 10 metre roll?
It feels like double-sided tape.
It's exactly that, but it's for quilting, and it washes out. So if you put that, I made that with this tape, and you can wash it and it will go. It'll disappear. Now,
and it's safe to stitch through.
Yes. So this is the thing, right? Because when I first discovered it, I tried some cheaper tape off Amazon, and it bunged up my needle every time I used it.
Oh.
So I am very particular about the tape that I use.
I'm learning this with Natasha.
Yeah, I import it myself to make sure that it is the one that does not gunk up your needles, gunk up your scissors, or gunk up anything else. They are not all created equal, so just, well, you know this with glues.
Yes.
Any adhesive, they're not all created equal.
They are absolutely
The other thing
not.
is, obviously because I fly it in, if it's got cold, then sometimes that can affect how sticky it is, in which case just put an iron over your fabrics. That slight warmth will reactivate. So if you ever get it, or you've had it in the car overnight or something like that, especially when I've like travelled to create and craft in places like that, and if I've had it in the car overnight and it's been cold, then you can reactivate it rather than thinking, oh, it doesn't work. Then you can. It's a low tack as well. Okay, so we're going to use that as a guide for our seam.
Lovely.
Otherwise, you can just use your iron and turn over by approximately 1/4 of an inch. But you see, I can use that as my guide. And I've suddenly got...
How easy is that?
I know, right? So when I say it makes life easier...
And also, you know, if you've got an emergency hemming thing that's going off, and you're literally about to trot out the door, and this would suffice for a short spell, wouldn't it?
If you pressed it like, if you did that and then applied a heat to it, it does increase that adhesion.
Brilliant.
So it's not going to give you a
It's
permanent
not a
adhesion.
permanent, but
as soon as
a
you
quick
wash it,
solution.
it would wash out as well. So then we're going to go right sides together and just sew a quick seam down there.
So we're just making it now into a tube.
Yeah. No, circle.
A circle. Of course we are.
Okay, so we're there. Now you can get whichever one you want. Like that.
Right.
Okay. I tend to start at the seam. So all we're going to do now, and I start at the seam because then I know where I'm going.
And you've ended.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, you've got a beginning and an end.
Yeah. And all I'm going to do is fold it.
Oh, because you've already made your hem.
I've already done my hem.
You've already done the hem.
So now all I need
Oh,
to do
brilliant. You're not
is
fighting with it.
No, pop that under. And as long as my seam is less than a quarter of an inch, then because it's a quarter of an inch quilters wash away tape, then we're all good.
Oh, how cool are these?
So,
okay, I'm going to be making scrunchies. Bea might get a few of these, I'm thinking. I'm sure Bea'd love some of these, wouldn't she?
She would.
Yeah, I think Bea'd be more than happy with a bit of this.
so you just line them up, create a bit of a straight line, scant quarter of an inch, and then around we go. But you just keep readjusting, so you can sort of pull a little bit out, pop those two seams one on top of the other. You can pin this, you can spend hours pinning, that's absolutely fine, but equally, because you've got, but this only works like this, otherwise you've got to pin if you've used your quilters wash away tape. Otherwise just pin it, and that's fine to do so. So you know, you don't need to not make it just because you don't have any tape, or you can pop onto Natasha Makes. It's always on my must-have page because I use it for so many things.
Yeah, I think it's one of those definitely for something like this.
Yep. And again, there we go. That's that done.
Oh, that is the
Scrunchy
easiest thing in
Isn't
the...
it?
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Now you've got mini me ones as well that match.
Twinning's winning. You know it.
I'm looking at Becky and Becky's giggling at me now. Just saying, you got matching mini me's.
This is out of the brush cotton.
It's beautiful.
So how soft is that going to be on their hair?
Everything you've brought is just fabulous. I'm loving all of this. Now remember, that scrunchie is with your bundle. So you get the pattern and the education of how to actually make that. So shop bundle, $14.99 is with that, and you get the pattern and you get elastic. So if you haven't got something, it comes ready to use.
Yeah.
All you need is your sewing machine.
Yeah.
And they were lovely. So let's pop that to one side, because let's do a little sneak of what's in one of these. It is a mystery, okay?
It's a mystery.
But when you, you know, like you get, I wish it were touchy-feely, because as soon as you get hold of this fabric, you know the quality that you're actually pulling out of this bundle straight away.
I remember doing one show on a TV channel and someone emailing in and going, "That Natasha, she's such a fabric snob." And they meant it in a really nasty way. And I was like, "Thank you so much. I'll take that." Because I'm not going to apologise for bringing you quality.
No, absolutely not.
I'm just not. And if you can't afford to buy the half metre, then take advantage of when we have it at such a discounted rate. That's your William Morris there. You've got Kaufman, you've got Dashwood, you've got K Facet Collective there. You've got 3K Facets there. That is top designer fabric. He's an amazing designer.
So you've got all of this. So this is, it could be this very one that you receive.
This will go out to someone.
Because this is going to go out to somebody. Yeah. It is beautiful.
How beautiful is that?
Now I mean, as soon as I saw that, and it's heavy. It is heavy. I can feel that there's quality in there because of how the weight of the fabric. So if I just open that up,
44 inches.
Look at that.
10 inches by 44 inches.
That is incredible. So you could do your scrappy quilt with these.
You can do your scrappy quilt with it. You can do so many different things with those. Because it's 10 inches wide, you can cut it up and effectively make your own layer cake.
Oh yeah, that'd be beautiful.
And then all sorts of things.
I'm also thinking, because you've got all these beautiful bright colours in here, maybe like I'm doing this year, I'm upcycling my outdoor furniture. If I could make seat covers out of all of this, and it would be really bright, and I know it's quality.
Yeah, of course. The other thing is, I mean, the number of different pouches, makeup bags, anything like that, out of something that's 10 inches like that.
That's phenomenal. So shall we show you the other one?
So that's one. I might have only dipped into the other one to demo it.
No, you've got that one.
I've got one. Yeah, no, not that one. I've dipped into one because I bought 3, didn't I?
Yeah, we brought 3. We're down to 2 because Natasha's been borrowing from it. Look at this. Again, just phenomenal
Can
quality.
I just say, so this is Lisa Chandler fabric. We are her stockists in the UK. She's an Australian designer. She's absolutely incredible. She used to design for Robert Kaufman. She now designs for herself. This fabric is now discontinued. She's not having any more printed.
Look at that gold thread that's in there.
It is stunning.
Hey, look, the daniels for Charlie.
But you see, so this is Kaufman. You can see
Yeah.
where she's come from.
Rabbits.
Yeah, that's Lewis and Irene rabbits. You've got some Kaif in there.
So if I do that with that, look at the quality. You can literally see how beautiful how it really is. Now, I shop in a particular shop that's on the high street that you go for lots of crafty stuff. And I have purchased fat quarters. Oh dear, they're not like this.
No, and actually,
I'm really sad because this is quality.
it's one of those things, and it can be really misleading because if you don't get me wrong, like, there is a time and a place.
Yes,
For
I understand
and
that.
also supermarket fat quarters, there's a time and a place for it. But please don't buy it thinking that you are getting top quality, because
There's a difference.
the weave is going to be looser, so it's not going to give you such a pleasurable sewing experience. And the trouble is, and this is what makes me sad, is that people will buy that when they first start.
Yes.
Everything's going to go a bit wobbly and a bit wonky, and they're going to think that they can't sew. But actually, I know a bad workman blames his tools, but actually in this case, you'll have a far more pleasurable sewing experience because it's tightly woven, it's gorgeous fabric, and it's not going to shift around.
And also it stays like that.
Yeah.
So the washability, it's going to be,
Oh, gosh, yeah.
it's just gorgeous. So shop bundle, you're going to get 5 meters of elastic with it as well as the pattern that is normally $6.99, which you can actually get that on its own if you want. So the pattern on its own is at shop Scrunch $6.99, and then the bundle is $14.99. You do actually only get one of these.
Yeah.
But
that's 1.5 meters of designer fabric, which
which
should
is
be like over
incredible.
£22 in itself.
If you then want an additional one of these, it's shop long for $12.99, which again is incredible. So, and they will be different because Natasha says it's literally that it's not stockpiled and they cut it purposely. These are end of pieces.
So we get fabrics on the bolt, and when we get to the end of a bolt, generally there's not quite a half metre left. So we cut it into a 10-inch strip. That goes into the long quarter bundle box, and then the other one goes into the scrap. So they're all reusable pieces.
They
in
are
the scrap
stunning.
bundle as well, you'll get bits that have come off the show. You know, I've obviously made something out of the rest of that, and so that's gone into scrap.
They
you
just
can do a bit of
look at
binding
that.
with this. It's
This,
just,
when you
love that
say,
bit, don't you?
I
I made
do.
a pair of trousers out of that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't
That is gorgeous. Love that. And when it's scrap, these are really beautiful, usable pieces.
Yeah.
These are big pieces. They're not little tiny bits.
You'd get a good bit of binding out of that, or there's all sorts you can do with these.
So this scrap bundle is shop scrap $11.99. It's all done by weight. Oh, I like that piece. Oh, there's a scrunchie in itself.
That's a papava from the Cape
Love
Classic
it.
Collective.
And then look here, again another.
That's a big chunk.
That is that is almost like a long quarter there that we've got
it's
going
just
on.
had a bit of a...
There's a bit of a kink in it. Love it. So shop scrap $11.99, and so you get 100 grams of fabric, and that's not everything. You get a pattern as well.
500.
No, 500 grams, and you also get the scrappy quilt.
Yeah.
So you're given something that you're not just going to buy this and then think, oh, I really like it, I'll stroke it now and again. Make something with it. And you're giving us patterns. Yeah. You're giving us patterns that are usable patterns.
Of course.
It's not something that's really quite random and it's like, well, I really like it, but I'll never make it.
Or difficult.
Yes.
These are not difficult.
No.
So they have to be easy and achievable.
So this brand new person wants to dip the toe in, that is achievable.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Should we do it?
Yeah,
we can just...
How do we put the scrappy quilt together?
Right, okay, so...
Oh, this is a bit exciting. I like it when we do something like this. While you're finding that, let me just show you what is in this spring as well, because this is just fabulous. Okay, I'm going to tip it out. You have got applique pieces. This would be one that Via'd really like. I'm just letting you know. Little butterflies. We've got the Beard, love this, wouldn't she? Eh? All these little, we've got bling. So there's bling, and this is the same, okay? So it doesn't matter. If you multi-buy these, you will get the same contents. Flat back pearls, little stars and trinkety bits, beautiful embroidered embellishments, a pack of these gorgeous butterflies. You will get that as well. So that is another one for...
It's another
You know,
wild
now
card
in the
there, isn't it?
background when you're watching Natasha, if all of her bottles and jars have now got this on, that was me. And then...
That's such a great idea.
It really is. Then you've got a bit of rhinestone. I love this because they've actually got adhesive on the back. So you literally put it on, iron it, and it's on, done. And then you get this, this would be Bee's favourite because it's shiny and it's everything. So that would be Bee. So you could actually share this, Becky, and you could have a little bit and Bee could have a little bit. So that is the same. So if you multi-buy, it will be the same one several times, isn't it? But again, I think, did you say when that one has gone, that has gone as well?
There'll be elements of there that I can't replicate. I don't have any more of.
So it's shop spring $14.99. So that is a super saving again, just to dip your toe in other pieces. This, I'm really excited about this scrappy. So this is called your scrappy log cabin quilt.
Right, when I first started sewing, this was how I first learnt to sew. And I did so many of these because sometimes the hardest thing is actually just to sew in a straight line. And so this will get you used to sewing in a straight line.
Lovely.
And there are various ways to go about it. I tend to go through my scrap bag and cut everything into like 2.5-inch strips.
Which is exactly what you do in here.
It's exactly what I'm doing.
So what was that bit that you threw away?
That was, so what I would always tend to do is, oh look at this, it's a batik, it's just beautiful. Like there's going to be a bit that might, we cut with electric scissors. So, or you know, or if it's come to us like this here, it might not be entirely straight.
Right, okay.
And that wasn't us, that's how that was the end of the bolt. So what I do is straighten that up.
Oh, I see. So
that's all
right.
I'm doing.
Okay.
Is just, and I would give that a press if I'd have brought 9. Is just lining up. So we've got a straight edge there.
I've got you.
I'm just taking a smidgy off just to make it nice and straight. And then I'm going to use my ruler, 2.5 inches there, and cut. So I've got now strips that are 2.5 inches. And then have I got, did I do another little piece? Is that 2.5? There you go, that's 2.5. That can go into the fray as well. It doesn't matter how long they are. And when I first started, I just used to sew these end on end on end because they were all different lengths and everything else. As long as they're the same width, that's all. It's all that really matters. And I just used to sew them end on end on end. So I'd have this great long. I mean, it used to go down the stairs and round the corner and along a bit. But for me, it was so meditative. And in fact, Emily's still got the first ones that I ever did because, especially if you're someone that has like a colour palette that you enjoy, you tend to gather those fabrics that are a similar kind of colour palette. But the randomness of the fabrics that were in there are really delightful. She's got bits of fabrics with elephants on and all sorts, you know, going on in that. Like it might be that we start with this and we, oh, I've got a bit wonky in there. That we might fussy cut. In fact, I'm going to cut. That's obviously. Let's just cut a straight one.
So then you can do this with this quilt, this brush cotton.
You can do it with the brush cotton, of course. You can.
So this brush cotton. Oh, can you imagine the quilt with that?
Yes, I can.
That would be just delicious.
Right.
Maybe a little lap quilt for them for their car seat. Beautiful. So you use one hold of these, the fat quarter, as your back. Cut the others into your quilt pieces, quilt it, and then back it with, oh, that'd be gorgeous for pram blankets. Just gorgeous. So if you're wanting the brush cotton, I'm just going to quickly go through everything. So you can get the scrunchie pattern on its own. So that is Shop Scrunch $6.99 if you just want the pattern. The bundle is the saving. So the scrunchie 3 ways and 6 mystery designer 6 mystery designer bundle, so you'll get 6 elements in there, and they are a long quarter, and you get 5 meters of elastic. That shop bundle $14.99. Now if you want additional long quarter bundles, that is shop long, and that is without the pattern and the elastic, so that is just getting you the long pieces. Again, they are all designer fabrics. That is shop long $12.99. Then we've got the scrap. So this is 500 grams in weight of, again, luxury fabrics that you've got, beautiful to work with the scrappy quilting instructions. So shop scrap $11.99. Has the Christmas, did the Christmas,
Still got some.
oh, we've still got a couple, lovely. So we've got Shop Christmas, and that is the bling. So if you saw it earlier, we've still got one of those. We've got Spring Bundle, which is what I just tipped out and showed you there. So they're all just little embellishments. We have got the bib pattern on its own if you want it. Shop bib $6.99. But these are just incredible. Absolutely the most luxury, just a touchy-feely stuff. So this is Shop Brush. You get 6 pieces of the fat quarters, am I right? So that's Shop Brush $26.99. Now when you take off the $6.99 for the pattern, it's £20, and then we were talking about how many bibs that we can make. So the next
we could
two,
make 12
bibs,
out of the half
less,
metre bundle,
so it's £2 a bib. So Shop Rainbow gets you the rainbow and the stripe and the yellow, which is your half metre pieces, okay? Then you've also got Shop Bunny, which gets you that just gorgeous designer bunny fabric. That again is $26.99. All includes the pattern for the bib. And then we've got an extra one of half a metre Shop Teal, which is $7.99. The fabrics you've brought are just yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Right, we're going to start with 2 2.5-inch squares. Okay.
Yep.
Right sides together, so 1/4 inch seam.
Yep.
And then you can finger press back.
Lovely.
Then you get, say, a different fabric.
Yep.
Right sides together. And you can either, at this point, trim it back, or I tend to just roughly cut.
Because it is a scrappy quilt, after
Just
all.
Yep. And then just, again, 1/4 inch.
While you're doing that, so the mnemonic for rainbow colours, who gave Battle in Vain? Richard of Blank.
Oh, we allowed to say the answer?
No,
Okay, no.
not yet.
No.
So Richard of Blank. Question number 2. In the legends, a pot of blank can be found at the end of a rainbow. And then question number 3, which I learnt something really interesting about this the other day. The characters in children's TV show Rainbow were Zippy, Bungle and
Debbie Shaw.
Blank. Oh. No. I didn't know that she'd been on Rainbow.
She was Zippy's love interest.
Yes, Zippy really loves her.
He really loves her.
Zippy, Bungle and Blank. So those are your 3 quiz questions to pop that in. Again, we'll put something... Are you going to put a scrunchie? Will that be the giveaway for this one?
Yeah,
one of the
go on
scrunchies.
then.
You see. Oh, well, this is easy.
So we are just working our way around. Yeah, exactly that. So, right, you'll get to the point. So that was the first one, and then we did that one. Now, you can either go there, or depending, if you go there, then you'll get a rectangle. But if you follow around and you'd gone there, then you'll get a square.
Gotcha.
But all you're going to do is just trim along this line. And then once you get going, wherever you've got 2 seams, that's the one you're going to cover and sew down.
Right.
Okay, so let's just tack up that side.
I'm loving this. So you can be doing this with any of your fabric, whether it's your beautiful brushed cotton, which again is stunning, whether you're using the scrap bundle or you have gone for the shop bundle, which are those long quarters and the designer fabric. Oh, I'm going to have a go at this. This is fabulous.
You see, There I've got one seam. There I've got one seam. Here I've got two. So
We
I'm gonna
need
come
to
down
pull
there.
a winner, which is
Karen Reed.
Karen Reed. You are our lovely winner. It was York, Gold and George, if you weren't to know. Thank you again for a lovely show,
Pleasure,
Natasha.
pleasure.
That was brilliant. And stay tuned because we're back again very soon.